Beautiful day, isn't it? The sun is bright, the air is fresh, and smells like 1 month till Evolve release date. So a lot of people looked at Evolve and were like, this looks like a pretty good game. But then they saw the price tag and were like, should I spend my money on this? What makes it worth it? Looks like Left 4 Dead. Is there enough content? So I'm here to put your worries to rest. I think this game looks great. It's going to be definitely worth your money. And we're going to go through top 10 reasons why in no particular order. Check it out. First up is the highly underrated aspect of developer interaction. Just go to the dev tracker on the forums to see how much people from Turtle Rock are interacting with the community. And these just aren't people hired for community interactions and PR specialists. This is the co-founder, the writer, the gameplay engineer, lead animators, FX artists, system administrators, producers. All sorts of people are talking with their community about how much they love the game. They let you know what of your ideas they've already tried, what they plan on trying. There was even a thing in the alpha where the community said, we expected more from these elite unlockable skins. And later on, Turtle Rock came back and said, we heard you, we've changed this, check out your Christmas present, these are the new elite skins. The interaction from this development team has been fantastic, and you can know that you are being heard. Next up is the open book development of Evolve. With so many games, especially in 2014, you had such a little clue of what you were getting until the game was actually out. You'd get some teaser videos, maybe a bit of gameplay, and if you're lucky, an interview. But still, they'd attach so many pre-order bonuses to make you feel pressured to get these games, and when they actually came out, it was a huge disappointment. I know it was this way for many people with Destiny, Watch Dogs. Let's not talk about the vomit that was Aliens Colonial Marines. Turtle Rock's doing it differently. The development for this game has been so open book. Turtle Rock has been testing this game internally for years. They've done so many videos and interviews to show where they've been, what they've tried, where they're at now, where they want to go, what they've learned. Anything you want to know about how they've been making this game, it's pretty much out there. And unlike other games where you just get a few of those internally made videos from the company that showcase just what they want you to see, Evolve has been put in the hands of the community for several alpha tests and some more upcoming beta tests. There's tons of videos on YouTube showcasing all aspects of the game. There's nothing the developers are hiding from you. If you're not sure you want to pre-order, if you're not sure if this game is right for you, if the gameplay is going to actually be fun, just do a YouTube search. It's all out there for you to see. Number 8 is developer experience. Turtle Rock is not some new company trying to get onto the market. They're not an old dog trying to learn some new tricks. Turtle Rock has worked on games like Counter-Strike and Left 4 Dead. Now this is definitely a new game unlike any other, but there are components of it that they can take what they've learned and apply to this game. They've experienced competitive balance and asymmetrical gameplay. They've learned a lot about what works and what doesn't. In an interview, one of the developers talked about Counter-Strike's cash reward system for the winners causing rolling imbalance, and how getting stomped in Left 4 Dead caused people to just give up and leave. So they've implemented a system of checks and balances based on user performance. Did you lose as the monster in the first round? Well, enjoy a stat buff the next round. Lose again? The stat bonus is increased. Did you stick around until the end of the game? Well, enjoy experience and progression bonuses for your account. Not only have they learned from previous games, they're going to continue to stick with Evolve and change things based on statistical analysis, community feedback, and internal testing. Check the charts in the background. They're intensely reviewing data received from playtests and checking to see if the hunters are in a good spot, if the monster needs to be tweaked, and so on. Number 7 is continued DLC support. Now, I know this point is probably going to get some heat, and I can understand why. Lately, companies have been using DLC as an excuse to leave a game unfinished and then charge you more to finish it. Terrible business practices like Day 1 DLC, DLC that splits communities, or DLC that is necessary for the base game to even make sense are the norm lately. So you hate DLC, I get it, I understand, you're justified. But let me console you here. Evolve's DLC is not cheap cash grab DLC. It is not, here is some content that should have been in the game, but instead we want some money for it, DLC. This is not, here are cool maps that you can play, but maybe your friends can't, and so now you're split, DLC. This is the type of DLC that enhances the experience, allows player customization, and allows for the continued support of the game. You like skins? Well, there's some that you can unlock just by playing the game, or there's some that you can get by buying. You want new characters? Same thing. There's some you can unlock, some you can buy. You want new maps? Oh, actually, sorry, you can't pay for new maps, because you're going to be getting them for free. Every map that comes out after release is going to be free for all Evolve players, so that you don't have the situation where you get a map, your friends don't, and you can't play together. There is no DLC that creates divides between people who have it and who don't. This is the type of DLC that allows you to show your support for a great game and gives the developers the funds they need to keep giving you more of what you love. Number 6, and probably one of the more important points about Evolve, is its unique asymmetrical gameplay. Someone I know took a quick look at this game and called it bland, at which point my head literally exploded, especially since he plays Counter-Strike. There is literally no other game like Evolve on the market. 4 versus 1 class-based play where you're hunting or being hunted by a giant monster that is player-controlled? Yeah, sounds generic. You probably know this by now, but if you don't, you hopefully caught it from my last sentence. Yeah, that giant boss monster you're hunting is player-controlled, which, flip that around, means you can play the monster. I have always loved games like this since the original Alien vs. Predator game, in which I spent my time terrorizing poor helpless humans who sat there and cried while I hissed at them from the shadows. But hey, if that's not your thing, you can still play the other side. It's a 4 versus 1 game where you can be the monster or the hunters. Number 5 is the ability to play as a party or solo effectively. And what I mean by this is that since Evolve has a unique structure in which it's 4 players versus 1, if you have friends online, you can team up as the hunters and communicate, taking advantage of each class's special abilities to more effectively take down the beast. If you happen to not have friends online, you can just play the monster. You've got no one to rely on, and the ability to take down that group of hunters is yours and yours alone. Certainly you can play solo and team up with other hunters. I'm sure that's going to be amazing fun as well, but if you find that sometimes you just don't like relying on other people, you always have the ability to be the monster. Next up is Evolve's offline mode, which is pretty self-explanatory, and so I'll keep it short and sweet. If you're like me, sometimes you like to play without being under pressure or scrutiny from other players. Maybe you want to try out a new character, work on a new build, test out the way a weapon works on maybe the wildlife, or things like that. Well, for that, there's offline mode where you can do those things without having to worry about maybe letting your team down or losing horribly to players who are going to stop you before you can even try the things you'd like to do. Number 3 is Evolve's character classes. Now, unlike a game like Left 4 Dead, a great game by the way, in which all the survivors were essentially the same except for their appearance and audio, Evolve has unique character classes. Each hunter brings a unique aspect to the team. For example, a trapper who can harpoon the monster mid-leap and save a teammate from death. or a support with a dog-like thing that follows the scent of the monster and can sniff it out when it's trying to hide, or maybe a medic who can bring characters back from the dead. Each role is so important that the death of one player can lead to the entire team crumbling if the monster takes advantage of that, which really emphasizes teamwork and coordination on the hunter side. Unique character classes are also important because it allows for different playstyles. Do you like protecting your teammates? Do you like bringing utility to the team? Or maybe you like going all out on damage? There's a character class for you. And not only are there 4 hunter class archetypes, but each class has multiple unique characters in it that allow for variety within each playstyle. This is even true for the monster role, which currently has 3 monsters of vastly different approaches: a fighter, a caster, and an assassin type monster. There's going to be even more to come with future DLC. Almost at the end here is account progression for those of us who like to have continual goals and challenges to work for. There's 2 types of progression involved: individual character and overall account. Character progression works based on your usage of different weapons or skills. Mastery can be achieved by doing maybe a certain amount of damage, or accomplishing a challenge such as hitting all 4 hunters with one usage of an ability. Achieving mastery grants small to medium bonuses to those specific weapons or abilities, and eventually ends with elite skin unlocks. Overall account progression, as you can probably tell, levels up your account as a whole and unlocks perks that you can choose from at the start of a match. Now, what's important about this, and how it increases the longevity of Evolve, is that these give different bonuses that can allow for further differentiation between class and character playstyles. For example, one person might choose a perk that allows them to play the support character called Bucket in an entirely different way than another Bucket player. Last but certainly not least is match variety. I have seen so many people say this game looks like it might not be worth it because it'll get stale quickly, and I really hope you're not saying such things while playing League of Legends or Counter-Strike. These are great games, but the fun and longevity from these comes mainly from the variety that happens when facing other players of various skill levels that use different tactics. I mean, while there have been some changes, League of Legends, the most popular game in the world, has been primarily played on one single map since released. Now, not only does Evolve have the variety that comes from facing new and various players like these other games, but it also has the variety that comes from all the other points that I have been making during this video and more. Are you getting tired of the Assault playstyle? Try the Tracker. Do you love the Assault too much but want to switch things up just a little? Try a different Assault character. Do you love Markov so badly but are still looking for that change? Try a new perk. Are you getting tired of being a hunter in general? Play the monster. Want to try a new build without getting creamed? Play offline, and so on and so forth. Now, in addition to the variety that comes from these aforementioned things, is the variety that comes from all the unique maps and modes that are coming with the game at launch. There's Hunt, where you try and track and kill the monster, or Rescue, where you attempt to find and protect survivors, or maybe Nest Mode, where you try and kill monster eggs before it, and a minion it can get to help it, kill you. Perhaps defending a base as a ship tries to refuel, while a stage 3 monster and multiple minions are bearing down on you is your thing? That's in the game too. Heck, do you like the sound of all of the above? Then play Evacuation, a unique mode that encompasses all the maps and modes with unique effects on each subsequent map depending on who wins the previous round. There are over 800,000 unique scenarios when map voting, map effects, hunter characters, and monster character choices are taken into account. So, that's my personal take on why Evolve is a quality game that's going to be well worth your money, especially in the long run since it's got so much longevity. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll be checking back to discuss with you guys on your opinions. I also plan on making lots more Evolve videos. Coming up next is going to be some monster build guys, so please subscribe if you want to check out some more. Thanks for watching, and let's do our best to make it through this last month with our sanity intact. Thanks, guys.